Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby and here we are once again in the Craft Vault. Wow, this is going to be such an amazing show. If you're new to us on Crafters TV, the Craft Vaults are all about bringing you amazing products at smash down prices. And normally I would say with Craft Vault is we're bringing you items that we kind of need to get out of the warehouse because we are bringing in new stuff all of the time. But this particular show I think is a little bit different because we are bringing you a full range of Spectrum Noir products with 50% off. Now, I've only been here since September, but I've not seen these sort of discounts on Spectrum Noir products. I know from chatting with the guys before the show that this is something that doesn't happen that often. So what I will say to you is, get involved, get ahead on the web and see what we've got coming up over the course of this show and indeed later on as well, because we've got so many items to bring to you. We're going to focus on a few in this show and then later on, myself and Leanne at 7 will be going through more items. But basically, if you love your colouring, if you love our Spectrum Noir products, get ahead because this is a brilliant time to shop with us. And of course, over the next hour, it is going to be fast, it is going to be furious, and there's only one man I want by my side as we take you through the next hour. And sadly we couldn't get that guy, but we've got Craig instead. No, I'm only joking. I
know you're joking. I know you're joking. We'll give it good as we get. It's going to be so much fun today because we are on, well, I like to think we're on the early shift. Well, yeah. Me and you are. And then you and Leanne are on the later shift
I'm on
as
both.
well. Now, let me tell you, Leanne, she's the birthday girl. She is buzzing. She's jumping. She's got lots of energy and maybe even some giveaways. Me and Ben, on the other hand, whew, you know, I've already done one show. This is his first show. Well, I say that.
Hang on a minute. I was here for your show. I was cleaning. I was making tea. I was doing quizzes. Oh, come on.
And then, to be fair, you were here a lot later than I was, finishing off the HSN preview. So,
have I told everyone enough how tired I am this morning? If I haven't, let me say it again. I am absolutely pooped. Let me just tell you. So, I mean, it's amazing I'm even here, to be honest with you. So if at any point I start talking even more random stuff than I normally do, you know the reason why. But listen, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy he's here as well to help me through it. But listen, we've got so much coming up. So what I want to do is show you some pictures, show what we've got coming up so you can kind of get ahead, and then we're going to concentrate on some specific items through this particular show. So let's get cracking and show you the deals that we have got. If you love your tri-blends, the deals we have are amazing. So this is the dual shades collection, so a 6-piece collection in all those beautiful colours. As you know, with the tri-blends, clues in the name, you get the 3 different hues within each pen, so it's almost like you're getting 18 colours, half price on everything, don't forget. So they are just $9.99. You're also still going to get your 20% discount if you're platinum on top of that, so that is a phenomenal deal. It really is a super time to buy. These kind of prices will not hang around, let me just tell you. $9.99 or $14.97 for those. Next up, if you want to put a little bit of sparkle into your colouring, these are fantastic. Big fan of the sparkle pens. This is the Nature's Trail collection, and again, half price. These should be 25 quid, $12.49 or $16.47. Producer Laura's going, say what? You get 20% off that as well. Don't forget, if you're a platinum member, so that price comes down even further. Fill up your carts, people, because this is amazing. If you love the metallic pencils, then again, look at, I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? £6.49 for this wonderful collection. We're going to be featuring these on this show, actually. Craig will be chatting about these and showing these on the show. These are the metallics, $6.49 for the set of 12 or $7.47 if you're shopping with us in the States. And then with the colour blend soft tints, a 12-piece collection here, £7.49 or $9.97. I cannot impress on you enough how great these deals are, and you'll be with me on this. You won't have seen these sort of prices that often on our Spectrum Noir ranges, so get them now whilst you can. We've also got Craig's favourites, the Classiques. Sorry, 6-piece collection. These are your basics, all right? Just to kind of get you started on the Classic range, if you're moving on to those, $4.99. I can't believe these prices, half price. Again, you're going to get another pound off that, aren't you? If you're, 20% off that. So it comes down to like $3.99. I can't do the maths on $7.47, it's too hard. But the point is, Amazing deal. If you love your classics, get those today. If you're more into your sort of watercolor and you like using the water-based pens, the aqua tints, again, all on half price. This is the Shades of Spring collection. 3 pens you're going to get within those. $12.99 or $16.95 normally. On our Craft Vault today, $6.49 or $8.47, half price across the way. I think you're getting the hang of this now. You think everything half price? I'm not kidding you. If you're thinking, oh yeah, there'll be something with everything's half price. Look at this, our next item to show you, the aqua blends, the vivid hues. Yep, half price. 12-piece pencil collection here, absolutely gorgeous. Sort of artist quality watercolor pencils for $8.49. I think these are a great deal when they're full price. So to get them half price today is amazing. Also coming up, something which I've not seen before actually, and it just goes to show that the Spectrum Noir range does kind of cover everything when it comes to your colouring and your drawing. These art liners look absolutely amazing. If you love your Zentangle, then again, these are absolutely perfect for that. It's a 6-piece collection. The neutrals, half price, $6.49 or $8.47. Next up, your colour tints. This is the 12-piece primary collection. Your tinted graphite pencils, again, top-notch quality. Any day of the week, $16.99 is an absolute smart buy. $8.49, you've got to get in and take advantage of these deals. $11.47 if you're shopping with us in the States, and loads of you already getting very excited about these prices. We move on to the Aqua Pens. This is the Earth set. You're getting a set of 6 within this collection once again. $6.49 or $8.47 is the half price deal on these. And then we've got the Aqua Tint Liquid inks here. So this is the afternoon tea collection. How very British that is. 3-piece collection already, right? 50% of the stock has gone. This is what I'm telling you. People are going to be waking up going, these prices are amazing. Don't wait till later on's Craft Vault, because I tell you what, these sort of prices, things will go, and they may not even be with us later on. So get them now whilst you can. $6.49 or $9.97 if you want to go for that collection. The Spectrum Noir illustrators are also on a half price deal for you. This is the Tones collection. Again, half price, $6.49 or $11.47 on those. Again, you've still got your discount if you are in our club. So you know, that price comes down even further for you. Oh, and I love these. I know you might be all Christmased out, right? But you'll certainly be using these not just in your Christmas makes, because you've got 3 fantastic colours in there, the gorgeous red, the green, and the gold as well. And listen, again, 33% of the stock is gone, a third of the stock has gone. I had to work that out for a second then. $6.49 or $8.47 on those. These are absolutely flying out of the door. A few quicker lows, lovely to have so many of you with us so early on. Felicia from Toledo is in, Kerry from Virginia, Sarah from Australia, hello. Lynn says good morning again, Ben, Craig, the CTV team and everyone. Yes, we've got Laura and George steering the Good Ship Craft today. Patty Redmond says good morning from Michigan, good morning Patty. June says good morning June. Debbie from Texas says good morning, hello. And Melody Blythe on YouTube says hello from Colorado, so excited for the show. Well, let's get going. Listen, get commenting, Facebook, YouTube, let us know what you're loving, let us know what you're buying, and also if there's items that you want to see featured perhaps that we're not going to feature on this show, let us know particularly what you want to see, and if we don't feature it on this show, we will show it later on with Leanne. The Queen of Spectrum will be here on her birthday, so let us know what you want to see, and if we don't feature it on this show, we'll definitely feature it a little bit later on as well. So it's a great opportunity for you again to get interactive with us, and we'll show all those products that you want to see later on. Right, so many of you excited, and we're going to start off with your metallic markers. I absolutely love these. Do you know what I love about these the most is the fact that I love getting a bit of sparkle, a bit of bling into your craft, and these are absolutely what you've got the ability to do. I'll show you all the different colours in just a second, but this is what you're going to get. All 6 of these for a half price deal, so $5.99 or $8.47. And what you get is your double-ended pen, which is going to give you the ability to add absolute gorgeous metallic elements to all of your projects. So this particular collection gives you, I give it a little bit of a wiggle so you can just see how that works. Look at that, the gold plate, you've got your gold nugget, your burnished copper, antique bronze, your pewter, and your silver ingot as well. So all 6 of those for just $5.99 or $8.47. Any day of the week, these fly out the door at $11.99 or $16.95. Get them half price today because they are amazing. We absolutely love those, and those we're going to be featuring, I think, in just a few moments' time with Craig. It's a super buy to have. And we love them. I mean, come on, Craig, you agree with me. $5.99 for these is bonkers, right?
I know. It really is ridiculous for that one. When you think of maybe other brands out there, now keep in mind, this is Spectrum Noir. This is Leanne at the head of Spectrum Noir. So you're going to get the best of the best. When they go to, obviously, get the inks, get the nibs and that, as many already know when it comes to things like our aqua pens, anything like that, Japanese nib. So you know you're going to get the best of the best. The ink that is in these, or the metallic ink that's in these, is simply sublime, basically. It's the only word that I can think of. You can be going on to, you know, your cardstocks, your vellums, your acetates, do them for home decor, do your layers. You can also stamp with them as well, and that's exactly what we're going to do too. They're going to work best within black cardstock, so the deeper the card, the darkness of the card, the more that you're going to see that metallic look. So what I've got is I've just got a bit of a square black matte cardstock.
Oh, hang on a minute. Craig's mic's gone, we're just being told. That's not a good start, is it? It's probably what it is all of the talking he did a little bit earlier on in the wake-up call, because he was chatting away during that show. He was getting me running around as well, to be fair. Yeah, so we'll just get that sorted. But yeah, these are absolutely brilliant. And do you know what? I know Craig's going to show us a little demo in just a few moments, but we saw these, I lose track of time, but we always associate how great these look on your darker cardstock, which we're going to see in just a few moments, but also on white cardstock, which you saw. When did you do that? I know you were going to show us these on the dark cardstock, but you showed us a demo with these on white cardstock, didn't you? Was that yesterday?
I did. So earlier on, it was. Yeah, I'm not sure what day. Sorry, just pop my mic pat back.
Oh, he's just sorting himself out.
Just sort myself out. Get myself sorted. Yeah. So we done that where, because what you can do is they're water based, so you can watercolor with them as well.
Yeah.
So what I done there, don't realise I just done that. No one has any idea why I done that, because I was just Laura in my ear. I was just tucking myself in. So anyway, I thought I'd better explain that in case you wonder why I done that little bit of a dance. What we done earlier on.
What's he like?
Laura says that I does it. Anyway, there's a bit of a theme here. I was earlier on Wake Up Call with Erin. I was having a conversation with Erin and not actually bringing you guys into it. You were there.
You just kept saying
random. We were wondering what you were going on.
You just kept going marinara. It's like, why are you saying never mind. Anyway.
Anyway, try not to do that with masterclass later on. With these pens as well, because they're water based. So what we done the other day with one of the other sets that you get, now obviously it's just the set we've got on the show, but what we can do is, because they're water based, put them onto my glass mat and picked up the colour with it. Could be your water brush, it could be your paintbrush with some water, so you can do that. It could be your sparkle pens as well. So let's show you how you can actually stamp with them.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this flower stamp that I've got here, Ben, and I'm going to pop this one just into the middle here. And as I say, I've got some black matte cardstock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the metallics. Let's go for the gold. So we'll go for the gold plate on this one here. And as you said, you've got that finer nib and you've also got the brush nib as well. So if you want to go into small detail with the little nib, you can do, or you've got the brush nib here. Now, being honest with you, Ben, when it comes to fine detail, I still use the brush nib because you've got the tiny little tip. So I still use that one. But what we're going to do is, if I bring in my pen and my stamp, let's move that one out the way so you can see. Let's even bring, hopefully we'll see it a wee bit better just with some white cardstock underneath. If I bring that one in, what I'm going to do with my brush nib, I'm going to just sit it at a bit of an angle, and I'm going to colour over the top simply by colouring. So what we're doing really is we're replacing an ink pad and using the ink, the metallic ink from the pen. So what I can then do is, if I come back in, and then if I go into my cardstock, and I'm going to press, if I pull that away.
Wow.
Now you still just give it a moment or two just to dry, but once it's dried, what happens is you get that metallic pigment coming all the way through, and we can carry on doing that one. So we're going to do it a few times. This is then basically going to be a backdrop. So this is where, as I always say, what we can do is stamp off the page, because we've got a nice clean mat. I don't want to be the one that gets blamed for making it messy, so I'm going to pop a bit of cardstock underneath.
Yeah, you want to take a bit of care over there as well today. I did a lot of cleaning over there earlier on in your wake-up call. Yeah, so you don't, if there's any mess come the end of the day, I should be very upset, because I was over there
cleaning
all the mess up that you made last week.
I know. But actually, to be honest with you, it's kind of clearing. But to be fair, that was kind of your cleaning work, I think, Ben.
Thank you. Do you know as well, just as a by the by, I know I had this brief chat with you very recently saying that some people blame you for mess. I think literally everybody blamed you for the mess. Sarah was going on last night about you being the messy one over there, and I say, and I know both Debbies as well. So
the thing is,
I'm helping you out here, man, because like, a lot of people blame you, and I don't think it's always you, to be honest.
And what's funny as well is if I do any lives from home, Ben, everyone says how organised I am, how tidy I am. You know, even here I've got everything set out all nicely tidied, organised. So I'm shocked at that. I'm shocked that I actually get the blame for things like that. You know, yeah, okay, maybe the backing of my foam pads or double-sided tape, I might just, you know, pop on the floor despite there actually being a bin at the side of me. You know, it's these little things.
The floor's bigger, isn't it, to be honest with you? You know, you can get it on the floor, you can't always get it in the bin.
Well, that's it. We're crafters, so,
exactly.
You know, we're not messy, we're just messy.
Messy is what you
basically,
are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Organised chaos. I completely agree, Laura. I like
That's
that one.
it. I'm loving seeing this, by the way, because, you know, again, in my little mind, you always think just pens, you think straight away, well, you're just going to use them as a pen. But I love the fact that, do you know what, as you said, you can talk about using these, you know, like you did the other day with your paintbrushes. You're now just using them straight onto a stamp as well. I mean, if it's versatility you want, these are brilliant for that, aren't they? They
are. They really, really are. Now, if you've got things at Christmas time, gifts or that, many know, obviously, I do like the branded candle. Now, I always have empty jars left over, so if you want to use them, do them for a bit of home decor. What you could always do as well is do a bit of colouring on them with these metallic markers. Works really, really well. So you can have a play, whether it's home decor, but what I'm doing here is obviously stamping with them.
Yep.
But what you can also do as well is you can still do your mats and layers with them. You can colour onto your cardstock with them. You can even do a bit of fancy font writing along the lines of calligraphy. Not obviously as elegant and swirly as that, but you can do that style, and that's what we're going to do just in a minute. So if I can bring these ones here, and then what we're going to do, I like that idea. Laura Nair, she just said there, you know, what about writing your cards? So at Christmas time, you could be writing your cards, or, you know, if it's any time of the year, you could be using your silver, because you've got the silver as well as the copper and bronze in there. So really, you know, have a look, see where you could be writing just with your handwriting works well.
Yeah, little tags, invitations as well.
Yeah.
I think it's Fiona who was just saying that, you know, at this sort of price, even if you hadn't kind of thought you wanted to get into colouring, they are just perfect for adding that little bit of extra sparkle on your cards and, you know, in Craig's case for signing autographs and things like that.
Hardly. Oh, I'm going to be given a reputation here, Ben.
Well, writing Valentine's cards as well would be perfect. Are you sending any this year, Craig?
I have no plans to anyway. Well, to be fair, I've not got anyone to send one to, but...
Oh, don't say it like that.
So, no, I won't be sending one.
Oh, someone send him a Valentine's card. I bet you get loads.
Actually, that little bit of a waft, that was good, because that just enables the excess bit of the ink to dry. So there is, you know, you can do your stamping background, but what I've got here as well, now I don't know if you can quite see it. I know Laura thought I was finished there. Not quite finished. I don't know if you can quite see it. What I've used, this is a stamp that says hello, and I've used our waterproof ink pad. So I know you can't quite see it. So what I'm doing is I'm actually using it as a bit of a temp. Oh, can you just see the swirl of the hello? Now what I'm going to use, I'm going to basically trace with that one. I'm going to bring it in my brush here. Let's also, actually a 6.5 dozen, purple or white. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, at a bit of an angle, I'm going to just follow the lines. I'm going to just relax my hand and I'm going to follow the lines, and then I'm going to work my way around.
Ooh, look at that.
And we can go all the way around that way. You know, you might, obviously, I've got a better one finished here, but, you know, a bit sweaty there. But what you can then do, actually, it's quite nerve-wracking doing that, actually, when you're actually live.
Do you know, it's the first time I've ever known you go silent during it. Like Sarah talks about her colouring codes and stuff. I've never known you go silent when you're doing a demo, so you could tell there was full-on concentration there, wasn't there?
Yeah, wasn't worth the concentration, to be fair. But anyway, you'll like the one that I've done a moment ago. But what you can do is even come in with the silver pen and you can add accent lines. So whereas sometimes what we would do is use a white pen, a white gel pen, what you can go around and add little accents, little highlights all the way around into here. So we can pop that one on, and let's even just do that one here. Highlight, and I'm not happy with that one, but you know, it gives you the idea.
Yeah, exactly
It lets you know. And then one last bit that we can then do, let's bring in another bit of black cardstock. And what I'm going to do is if I bring this in, I'm going to use my pen again. See how even all three I've been using my brush nib because it's just what I tend to like to use.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my end way around the edge. Don't need to be neat because you're not actually going to see that finished line.
Okay.
We can then use maybe a ruler if you want, but don't be overly worried. So I don't think this layer is quite square to match the one that I've done, but this is going to give you an idea. So if I finish off that bit, you might not have gold cardstock, you might not have Centura Pearl cardstock, but you can go around the edges and you can do your own mats and layers with the colours. So if we then bring this one in here, once again, what we could do, just finish this one off. We can go into another piece, mat and layer. So you don't need to have much cardstock. You could even make your card blank out of the black card. Black card is all that you need. Stamp just to do your stamping, and then we can go all the way around there.
That's sort of cheating it a bit, really, isn't it?
It's
great.
It is, yep. So it's making sure that you've got minimal components, minimum elements to be able to craft on the go, even if you want to.
That's brilliant.
So if we pop that one in there, pop that one into there.
Yeah.
You can just kind of ignore that bit. What I've done is using the silver. You can tell.
It says hello.
It says hello. It says hello. Cheeky monkey.
Hello.
You cheeky monkey. I'll give you a bit of an idea. You wonder what I was doing in between the parts with Sarah and Ben last night on the HSN preview. I was sitting out there making this. So it gives you an idea. I had a bit more time to actually focus on this. Gives you the idea. Lets you say that even I'm not perfect. So with creating that card, black matte cardstock, that is all that you need. The pen as well, and maybe a stamp. But if you want to do your black embossing, so you can colour in the lines with the pen. Now, I will be honest with you, that ready coloured one, that is one that I've taken, well, I didn't do this one, but I've taken one of the red ones for one of the other sets.
Yes.
Other colours are available. Again,
wow.
This gives you the idea. So if you want to invest in these at that price,
it's awesome.
It lets you give a starter point. It lets you have a bit of a go. Maybe you want to try them, but you know the full price is a bit of an investment.
Yeah.
You don't want to go all out. Start off with these ones. It lets you see what you can do.
That's real.
And then once you've got them, you know you're going to absolutely adore it. Look at that one with this set here. And then you can start. So it gives you an idea as to what you can create.
Just a couple of quick fire ones for you, Craig. Just get these questions answered. Tansy Pansy wants to know, off the top of your head, what was that stamp that you used for the flower? Do you know where that's from off the top of your head?
I can't. What we've got is we've got kind of like a little box with odds and ends and that I've just pulled out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to double check. We might even have that stamp set on Colour Me Happy later on. If not, then what I'll do is sit it at the side and I'll find out for you. I just can't quite remember just now.
All right, brilliant. And Coney Batista on YouTube, just a quick one. How do we clean the stamps so that we can use it with other colouring media? So if we're using the metallics, is there a different way that we need to clean them?
No, what I would do, even with my metallics, this is what we would class as oh gosh, the name is totally gone out of my head. Second generation stamp.
Yes.
So what I do is a few times just to clean it. It's metallic marker, so some of the colour will stay on your stamp, will stain it. Even just bring in a wet wipe or maybe a damp cloth, take some of the residual ink off, but then what will happen is once it is dried, although it's a bit like our quick dry ink pads, Ben, that even if some colour stays on, it's not going to affect any future stamping. So it may stain it, but it won't affect any future stamping. So don't worry if you still get some of the metallic ink on it.
Brilliant. Thank you, Craig. We don't know if it's exactly the stamp that we've just seen there, but we do have similar stamps coming up on Colour Me Happy a little bit later on. They're called Summer Garden. You can shop ahead on the web. They're live already, so do just have a look. Who was that asking? Tansy Pansy. Worth having a little look on the website just to see if that is the stamp. And, of course, we'll feature it later on Colour Me Happy. But this is the first collection, the Spectrum Noir Metallic, precious metals, I should say. They are brilliant. And like Craig's saying, do you know what? You're getting the full set, really, actually at a bit of a try me price, and you've seen, again, just a bit of a sneak peek as to how versatile these are, you know, going straight onto your stamps, using these with your brushes as well, and the fact that you've got these gorgeous colours, gold plate, gold nugget, burnished copper, antique bronze, your pewter and your silver ingot there as well. That is a brilliant deal, $5.99 or $8.47. If you're just getting these to give these a go today, this is the time to get them. Even if you don't think you're going to love them, you will absolutely love them, and you're doing cartwheels when you get them for that price of $5.99. Super busy for those. Also very busy for these colour tints as well. We weren't going to feature these actually as early as this, but actually there's so many of you going for the colour tints. So we thought, you know what, we'll bump these up and get these to you right now. So this is the 12-piece collection, $8.49 or $11.47. Half price on these, and these are absolutely gorgeous. Let me just try and open these up without tipping them everywhere, because the last time, oh come on Ben, the last time I did this, they went all over the table, but here they are again. So you're getting, are they? Oh yeah, they are strapped in. Thank goodness for that. Laura's just there's me going trying to like hold all the pencils in place. But these are absolutely gorgeous, wonderful colours in here. Again, so you can you know, use these with your water, giving you lots of different kind of colours, lots of different hues as well, and you've got a full range of glorious colours. And again, so many different techniques that you can do with these, which we'll touch on with Craig. But $8.49 or $11.47, half price, and lots of you going for those already. So we'll get back over to Craig in just a tick. Just a few more quick messages. Colleen on Facebook saying, just waking up, good morning. Joanne on YouTube, I'd love to learn more about how to use the jars of ink. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we will certainly do that at some point, if not now, but later on. And Teresa on Facebook saying, good morning. It's just after 5 a.m. here in Paradise, Texas. Paradise? Is that what it's called? Paradise, Texas. I would love to live in paradise. You two have me cracking up. Boy, howdy. Yes, Laura, exactly right. Producer Laura's just said, you're here, Ben. What more could you want? Yes, I'd rather be here than be in paradise. Oh, you mean this is... That's exactly what I was meaning, Laura. Yeah, this is paradise. By the way, just before we go to Craig, we were talking about Valentine's cards earlier on. Karen on Facebook says, Craig, you can send me a Valentine's card. So don't you start that, because don't you start. He'll get enough, and he'll be sending a few, so don't worry. Get social with us, Facebook and YouTube. Who else wants a Valentine's card from Craig? What are you showing us next?
Right, we're going to show you the colour blend with this part here, and what I'm going to do as well, this one as well as a couple of others, I actually took inspiration from our Nicole Brederick that works with us here at Crafters Companion, because she's incredible when it comes to, actually she's incredible at everything that we do here, even when it comes to crafting and scrapbooking. So I've taken some ideas from hers. So this is something similar that she had done. Did message her to let her know. So this is something that she had done, and this is using the colour blends. Now this one, Ben, this is about doing your blending, doing your shading, and that's about building up the colours. So with this one here, within the set, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the coral. Coral. Certainly, you'll find that in the paradise, that's for sure. I'm going to use the coral. We're going to use Cupid.
Oh, he's got Valentine's on the brain.
And we're going to use Wisteria for this one here. It's a bit like the game show Countdown, you know, when they bring out the numbers and it's like, it's actually a way to spell a naughty word. It's like, where's it going to go here? So we're going to use these three shades because we've got that lighter pink, we've got a deeper pink, and then we're going for that darker, kind of like your purple. So as I say, it's about layering up the colours. So what I'm going to do on this one, what I like to do is when you've got your pencils, these ones have already been used within the team, I like to get a bit of a point bed. So what I do is I just colour away, you know where you get that little bit of a point towards the tip of the pencil. I like to do it that way so we can find not too much of a tip, but it's enough just to start to blend in the colour. Yeah. And what I'm doing is I'm going in with the lightest tone first. So this is where, as I feel, the lightest tone with the coral, and I'm going to lay that colour down. We're on our Nina, so although it is our colour in pencil medium with the colour blend, I'm still using our Nina cardstock for this. So initially laying down that colour. So let's do a couple at a time. have a look at your stamps, because when it comes with the stamps, this is again another one that I've taken out of our demo box, so we can see if I can find out which one it was that I used. I do that quite a lot. I need to stop doing that, because I know you lovely guys at home sometimes like to know what one it is that we're using.
Yeah.
So I will have a look and see. But what I'm doing is I'm going to do a couple. But then this stamp, like many stamps out there, you know, maybe you've got, these would be great with your birth floral stamps that Sarah Kay had designed.
Oh,
you could
yeah.
colour these in, these would look spectacular. You don't need to worry about any water or blending solution, anything like that. It's literally using the colour to actually layer on top of each other. So this is now where we're going to go in with the Cupid on this one here. So because I've gone over the full lot, what I'm going to do, Ben, I'm just going to take away a bit of that sharpness there. And then I'm going to blend that colour over the top. I'm going to come in, and I suppose it's a bit similar to doing either your classiques or your tri-blends, you know, where you start to blend the colour in. So now I'm going over it with that mid-tone, blending that one in, and I'm just going to do the same with these other ones that I've already done.
This might be a silly question, but so you know you're obviously colouring and blending with pens as opposed to pencils. I mean, is there any difference? I mean, obviously using a pen and using a pencil, is there any other difference?
I personally, when it comes to colouring, I feel if you want to get that initial burst of confidence, I always think that pencils work really well, because what you can then do is keep going back and blending over the top. Sometimes with alcohol markers, once the colour is settled, what will happen is sometimes it's hard to blend that initial shade of colour out. Whereas what you can do here, as I'm doing, I'm going over where the light and the mid join and blending that one out. So we can go over the top. So yeah, I suppose it's also one of those, it's a preference as well.
Yeah.
But I absolutely say if you want to have that initial burst of, what word did I just use a minute ago?
Listen to us. You can tell we were both in late last night, can't you? The word you used. I don't know what word you used.
Confidence. Confidence. That's that initial burst of confidence.
Yep.
Then pencils absolutely give you that, because you can go back, as I say, if maybe we didn't have that blended bit perfect, you can go back with your lighter tone and blend that one in. Then what I'm going to do is if I come down into the base here, and now this is the wisteria, kind of like that myself this morning, I'm going to colour then over the top here, and then what we're going to do is if I go into the base, and I'm using the colours within the stamp that I've got here, the lines, I'm going to use them as a bit of a guide, colouring then that in, could even come a bit halfway down. I'm even then going to go into this one here. Now I don't feel as though I need to blend these colours back out, but I'm going to. So I'm going to go back into my coral, and just where they overlap, I'm going to blend them out, and we can blend these three out here.
And there's loads of hints and tips as well, isn't there? And loads of tutorials that we've done previously on like colouring and blending and stuff. If people are kind of thinking, well, actually, do you know what? I want to get these to that price, but I'm not quite sure and a little bit worried. There's lots of information, particularly on our website and on our YouTube videos, isn't there, about how you can kind of really get to grips with blending? There
is absolutely loads out there. Whether it's a masterclass or what I would say, ideally look for your Colour Me Happies.
Yep.
Whether it is obviously Leanne, Sarah, or maybe, you know, Fiona as well. We'll get there, I've got one more show to go. But look,
I've got three more to go.
You've got three more to go. I'm going to stay very, very still, and then you'll be able to see. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these three pencils. Can you see how I've managed to get these three colours blended in seamlessly? You're being able to pull that colour. You're able to get the depth. I wasn't having to worry about whether I'm getting any of the bleed marks. You can see with the pencil, it's just seamless. And it's a relaxing one to do as well, because it's the pencils. Really nice.
Absolutely brilliant. Just by the way, I'm just thinking that the stamp, if you're wondering what the stamp is, it's the Daisy stamp. It's called Daisy Delight, that particular stamp. Sadly, not currently available, just to let you know. Keep those questions coming in. And also, if there's anything that you want to see, we might not have time because we're already over halfway into this show. I just don't know where the time goes. If we don't feature things on this show, we have got Leanne back for the second craft vault a little bit later on. But from your pencils to your pens, we're looking at the tri-blends. And these really, really are super cool if you are wanting to get into doing your blending, because the clue is in the name here. Try blend. You've got three colours, three hues, if you like. Love that word, hue. Three hues within each pen to allow you to get a seamless blend, a perfect blend each and every time you use them. So this particular collection is the dual shades, 6 pens, but you get, if I flip this around, you'll be able to see just a bit of an image there. You get 3 different colours within each pen. So you've got your light shade, you've got your middle shade, and you've got your darker shade as well. So if it is kind of colouring and blending that you're really wanting to get into, you could do far worse than these tri-blends. Honestly, they are super, super brilliant for that. The colours that you're going to get, if I can read these upside down, you've got your dark red, you've got your true blue, your coral shades, you've got your bright pink, your blue turquoise. That was Devonshire, that wasn't it? What did I say like that, my lover? You've got blue turquoise. All right, my
on
love.
your brain.
What's that, Craig?
The tractors.
Where's my tractor? Blue turquoise, and you got that. They're pale pink as well, my lover. So if you want to go for the tri-blends, $9.99. $9.99 or $14.97. George Director's gone talk like that for the rest of the show. I definitely won't do that. Yes, so $9.99. Or $40.97, and the thing is you get another 20% off, of course, if you're a platinum member, so definitely worth going for. A great place to start with your colouring, I always think, particularly your blending, and we'll look at those with Greg in just a few moments time. Few more comments coming in. Loads of people multitasking and tidying this morning. Jocelyn on Facebook is saying, hi, multitasking, tidying my craft room and watching. That is multitasking, Jocelyn, but I love the fact that you're still watching us, even though you sound like you're very busy. And Teresa on Facebook saying, I'm watching the Good Morning with Craig, 3 a.m. on the TV and watching this live on my phone. Ha 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 ha. I mean, that's brilliant. How are you taking it all in if you're listening to all the info from that show and then that's unbelievable. Get in touch. That is multitasking to the max, isn't it? Get in touch with us at Facebook and YouTube. Send us your comments, any questions, and like I keep saying, anything that you want to see, let us know. And if we don't feature it, we can then go back later on and go, okay, well, there's so many people wanted to see this or that, and we can feature it on the later show. Wendy on Facebook just saying, I find with pencils it's best to use light pressure and build up the colours with layers rather than pressing hard. Top tip there. And Teresa just saying, I do Bible journaling and use those pencils in my Inspire Bible as they are blendable and do not bleed through the pages. These are fantastic, and so are the watercolour pencils. Keep that feedback coming, but let us move on to these tri-blends. So Craig, basically, if you're looking to get into blending, if you're kind of new to colouring, these are a really good place to start, aren't they?
100%. You know, if you want to start somewhere, maybe you're looking at the classics, but obviously we've got them in full collection. Best way to start is the tri-blends, because it's the same concept as the classics, but what happens is you've got the one pen and you've got the 3 shades in that one pen. So instead of having 3 separate pens, so obviously it cuts down in cost, it cuts down in space, and it's a nice beginner for you to start with. So this is the sort of thing that you can be doing, where you're going to be building the colour with your cardstock, so you can go in with the depth. There's no reason that you don't have to use all 3 colours. But you can see these sort of colours that you can go straight in with some of the oranges that you've got there. Going in with the blues as well, a bit of the turquoise that you can see here. You can see into these here more with the orange. So you don't have to be overly concerned. You know, if you are a beginner, then you're going to work on your colouring. You're going to follow our shows at Crafters TV, and you can see here just more finishing off. What you can also do is you get more advanced. And even then, you don't have to be advanced to actually bring in your colouring pencils on the top. So if you've got your colouring ones, then you can actually pop these ones on the top as well. So what I'm going to do is let's show you a bit of the tri-blends, and what I have to show you as well, again, this is Nicole's. Now I seen Nicole with this one on our social media, and I thought that would be a really good one to show you, so she sent me it. So she was able to send me it into the post, so thank you, Nicole, for doing that for me, so I can show you how it's going to look. So using the dual shades, let's use the true blue shades and let's use the coral shades for these ones. So tri-blend pens, this says blue. Now within the pen, you've got your light end here, You've then got your dark end here, and the magical bit, you've got the mid colour in the middle. So no longer do you need to have the 3 separate pens, you've got the 3 shades within the 1 pen. Nina cardstock that I've stamped this image onto because it's alcohol based, and what I've also done is to put a bit of cardstock underneath. It's just a bit of that excess waste that I used earlier. So what's going to happen is, you know, your pen's going to bleed. That's normal, that's natural. In some ways you want it to happen, but you want that colour to bounce off. So if you put cardstock underneath, what's going to happen? It's going to help, and it's going to retain that colour within that initial layer. So what I can do here is, if we start to go along the base on this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this left hand side, kind of where I think it's going to be darker. Now you might think, but you're starting light, because we're going to build that colour. So if I start in with the colour here, so this is the lightest tone that I'm using, and I'm going to work my way in, maybe Ben about 3/4 of the way. So if we come all the way in, I'm going to finish round about there. Now what I'm going to do then is I'm going to then flip over into my mid-tone, and then what we can start to do is I'm going to come all the way, sorry, it's not my mid-tone, it's my deep tone that I want to do. I'm going to come all the way in here. So if I then colour in with the deep tone, so we've started with the light, we're now going straight over to the dark tone, or the dark side, whichever way you want to go. And then,
to the dark side.
And
that was Darth Vader, by the way.
Love it, love it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the mid-tone. So if I go into the mid, now I'm not going completely over this dark tone bed. What I'm doing is just where you've got that join, I'm going to do circular motions to blend that colour out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on. Now the reason I went in with that light tone first is it's kind of like it's priming the card. It's giving it a base for you to then work on. So what I can do is I'm going to finish round about there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the light tone, and once again, just where it overlaps, I'm going to colour that in. I'm going to finish just where I was. And then what I'm going to do is, let's finish off this last bit. Let's turn it around, because I want to have, so let's go back that way first so you can see. Once again, I want it to be deep and work its way, so you're going to get a mid-tone within the middle, and I find it easier to turn it around. So we can go in with the light tone again. So working with that light tone, we're going straight in, and you want to lay down that colour to kind of like prime or give your cardstock a base. And I'm going to work my way along, carrying on. You're not going to get any streaking or any blends, anything like that. You're going to get that perfect blend. I'm going to finish in there for now. So this is where, if I go back over into my dark tone, if you see, I'm not having to worry about taking different pens, using different pens. I'm just turning my pen around, taking the lid off, and then we're able to carry on. So carrying on just with the deep tone.
So are you always going light, deep, middle then?
What was that, sorry?
When you're using and doing the blending, is it always light, then your deep, then your middle?
I do, yeah, absolutely I do. You're just building upon that colour. So you're building from the light onto the dark, and then you're blending that out with the mid-tone.
Got you.
So this is where in mid-tone now, and then what I'm going to do is circular motions just where these two colours connect. Because these are alcohol-based, what's happened is the alcohol will evaporate. Doesn't take long at all, but even just after a couple of minutes, what happens is the alcohol evaporates. This time what I'm going to do is I am going to go towards that end, and then with the mid-tone, once again, I'm going to just overlap that, colour that one in. I'm going to finish that part off, blend that in to here. Now what you'll be able to see, so I'm going to come up, if we go up for the close in a moment, you'll be able to see, so if I bring this one up, can you even see straight away, let's bring in Poketail just so I can point that one out. So on this side is what I started, so the alcohol is already evaporated. See how we've started to go from the dark, it's started to work its way in, it's got lighter, it's lighter. This will continue to evaporate just for a moment or two, and then what that will happen is then that will start to give you that bit of a seamless blend. I've gone right along the base of that windowsill, but then what you can start to do is add depth, depending on which stamp that you are using. If you have got a white gel pen, or even if you have got that silver metallic pen, if you just do tiny little dots, little lines, as you get more advanced, what you could do, Ben, is leave these uncoloured, But to make it easier for yourself, just a little bit of a white gel pen, and following that concept, depending on what stamp you are using. The main idea is obviously what we want to show you with these ones is how you actually blend that colour. You build that colour using your alcohol pen. So that is why I thought it was a good one when it comes to the ledge of the window that I seen that Nicole had done, just to show you how you can start to build and work upon that colour.
Really, really cool, and it's great to see, isn't it? Again, if you're new to this, it's kind of refreshing and good to see how easy it is to work with those tri blends. Catherine Riley Johnson on Facebook just saying, tri blends make it so easy to colour. When I use them, I feel like I actually know what I'm doing. But that's the brilliant thing about them, though, isn't it? They kind of do give you a bit of confidence, like Craig was talking about, kind of put you in control of your colouring. Alison Morgan on YouTube just saying, ingenious idea to have the 3 shades together, and Sonia saying, I love all of my tri-blends, both the bullet nib ones and the brush nib ones too. We've got more to show you. Just want to feature a couple of items which are proving really popular at the moment, but also we've got lots more demos to come as well. Things that we don't feature on this show, don't forget, we will be bringing to you a little bit later on with Leanne at 7 o'clock UK time. However, things which are proving very popular currently are the liquid inks, and do you know what? I thought people were kind of done with Christmas. I thought a lot of people were kind of getting away from Christmas. No, it seems not, because these sparkle liquid inks you are absolutely loving. If I just flip this on the side for you so you can see the 3 gorgeous colours that you're going to receive with that. You've got your gorgeous red, that lovely, lovely green, and then you've got your gold in there as well. These are absolutely brilliant, adding that sparkle to all your projects, and these are super cool to have as well if you wanted to get kind of extra coverage too. What I would say, and my first thought when I first saw these was, well, 30mm pots are not going to go a long way. The coverage that you get with a small amount on these is fantastic. $6.49 or $8.47 is the deal on those. And if you think those are busy, whoa, the afternoon tea is flying out of the door. 60% of the stock has gone here. Again, 3 gorgeous colours that you're going to receive with this collection. You've got your gorgeous, I wanted to say blue, but what's it called? I'm trying to read it. What's it called on the side?
Teacup.
It's teacup. Thank you. Teacup. You've also got your, does it say macaroon? Macaroon! And you've got your, my eyesight is terrible. What does that say
gosh,
there?
it
Oh,
really
biscuit. Is. Dear, oh dear. I'm getting my reading glasses later on. Yeah, because afternoon tea, you've got your teacup, you've got your macaroon, and you've got your biscuit. It took me a bit of time to work that out. You're right over there, Craig?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
oh, good.
Yeah, just stretching my throat.
Yeah, thanks for all your help with that.
You're welcome.
So again, $6.49 or $9.97 it is at 60% gone. So grab those whilst you can, because those will fly out the door. Might not be here a little bit later on. Right, next up. You know how much you were loving the metallic pens a little bit earlier on? We do have the metallic pencils, which apparently you are loving even more. Set of 12, again, I mean, we've not even looked at these yet, and these are flying out the door. I'm not surprised, because at $6.49, again, that is a stunning, stunning buy. So usable, so versatile, and a half-price deal on these. Remember, you don't see half-price deals on Spectrum Noir every day, so if you're even in the slightest bit interested to see what this product range is all about, then get it now, because I can't say to you that you're going to see these sort of prices every day. I kind of feel like, because it's Leanne's birthday, and this is her thing, really, isn't it? I wanted to know what she's sort of gone, it's my birthday, I want to share that birthday love with you. So
I need to borrow them.
So
they've just gone all this hilarity in my ear. Did you just do something behind my back?
I did nothing.
Nothing? Okay,
behind your back. I would not do that to you. It was just the awkwardness of that little thing that we did there. But anyway, I loved it. Nobody noticed. What you're going to get with this are 12 fantastic colours. So light blue and green. You've got your purple and silver and gold, your rose gold and yellow, your pink, your gorgeous mica, your blue and violet, and your nickel as well. But can you just see here that metallic shimmer and shine that you get, these are phenomenal. Let's get on to these. And again, I suppose my first question is, do you know what? I feel like I'm always learning whilst I'm here about our products, and particularly with our Spectrum Noir range. So we've got the metallic pens, but these are obviously metallic pencils.
Yeah.
Again, what is the difference? If people are thinking to themselves, well, I want to get some metallics, is it pens or pencils I should go for? What are the disadvantages and advantages? Why should we go for the pencils?
Well, when it comes to the pencils, when it comes to these metallic ones, these are so highly pigmented within these ones. Again, it goes a bit back to where sometimes I find it actually easier to blend with the colour, because you can blend with them. We're going to show you that in a minute. What you can do is obviously start off lightly and blend that colour and work that colour up, go lighter and then go heavier. But what you can then obviously do as well, whether it is your backdrop, whether it is your coloured stamps that you're colouring in, so many different ways, but it's that metallic look, but within obviously your pencil form here. So what you can see here is these work perfectly well if you're going to do any heat embossing. So get your stamps and do heat embossing with them. We'll show you that in a second, but then blending the colour out. So you're going to go in with the depth. You might want to just do the one colours at a time, but you do have that option to blend out if you want to as well. It's very more of a, I feel, as a therapeutic when it comes to the pencils in these ones here. It's the depth that it gives you, it's the shade that it gives you, it's that...
Just wiggle that one again, sorry.
Wiggle it again. You can see that's the pigment within the metallic, and as you said earlier, it is the pencils, it's not pens, it is pencils. Nothing stopping you from colouring in with your pens and adding little accents with the pencils if you want. You can absolutely do that. But you can see here, the metallic really comes to the foreground onto your black cardstock. And then if you are maybe more of an artist, now this is a stamp, but colouring it is very much of an artist style. So if you want to be freehand, then you can do it as well. You can see even with the metallic of that card. So what we can do, I've brought in this one that I had stamped at home, and I've taken Ben's pencils.
Those were mine. Nobody saw you take those. It was amazing how you managed to get over here and take them without anybody seeing.
I know. I could have got away with it as well, eh?
You could have.
So, yeah, it's more fun just to let you know I'm pinching. I'll pop them back, don't worry.
Good.
Take one of our dragonflies, just our watermark ink pad and clear embossing powders. So what I can do is if I bring in some of these, look at these colours, just the array of colours within these ones here are awesome. And what I'm going to do, let's go in with this, as I call it, the green. So if I bring this one in, and it is, believe it or not, it's called green. Funny enough. Funny enough.
Funny that.
Go figure. I know. Funny that one. What I'm going to do on this one here is I'm going to...
It's like me, isn't it, with that afternoon tea collection. Couldn't work out that it was teacup, macaroon and biscuit. This one, green. Who would have thought it would be called?
Touche, Laura. Touche.
Green. Anyway, carry on.
Building that colour in. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go in light, very much like we've done with the colour blend. I'm going to go in light with this one. But even if you just want to use that one colour, I know it's harder to see at the moment, but that one colour, and I'm going back in and I'm building that colour up. I'm going to be a bit more heavy-handed, little bit more heavy-handed, and then as I'm working my way out, I'm getting a bit lighter, I'm getting a bit lighter. And when I say lighter, I mean obviously heavy-handed. So I'm going to go back in, and I'm going a little bit more heavier, and I'm going to work that one also in, blending this one out. But if you want to do it like we've done with the colour blends, where you use different colour tones, you absolutely can do. So can we see how we've got that depth there? And I will bring it up a bit closer later on just for you to see, but we've got that depth into the base of it here, and then it's got lighter, and it's got lighter. What we can then go, I'm going to take the gold, and I'm pretty sure by now this is going to be called gold. So if we take these ones out, still in the packaging here. So let's
wonder if that one is called something different,
Probably be caught out, probably will be, won't it? So if we take these ones out, you do get them in that protective wrapper. I am, of course, popping it in.
It's called gold.
It is called gold.
Yeah, definitely.
It is called gold. And following on, as I was doing with that green here, I'm going to go very, very light, and even into all these small, small parts. So whether you've got small images, you've maybe got large images, you maybe want to create your own designs, you can be colouring on top of your deep black cardstock. But think about maybe your deep navy cardstocks, or think of your deep grey cardstocks that you can be using.
A couple of questions whilst you're just watching this. Melissa just saying, Craig, I have a question. How could you incorporate the glitter markers with any of these products?
So the glitter markers, well, what you could, so the glitter markers, see what you're saying with that? The glitter markers are kind of like a standalone.
Oh, okay.
If you're wanting to incorporate, you know, a bit of sparkle, if you use the sparkle pens, because that's a bit like a water brush, but with sparkle in it. So you can start to pull some of the colour out, like we done with the metallics the other day. You know, the metallic pens, I scribbled onto a glass mat. I used a water brush or a paintbrush. Use your sparkle pen and then pull out that colour. But with the actual glitter pens, however, you got that bullet nib, so that's going to be pure on colouring. There is different effects that you can do with that, but if you're wanting to use a bit of sparkle, I would use the sparkle pen for that one.
Got another question which I'll put to you in just a second, but there are lots of lovely comments coming in actually. Alison Morgan on YouTube, fair play to you, got 4 Christmas cards done already for Christmas 2021. I mean,
wow.
That is getting ahead, isn't it? Sonia on Facebook saying, I just made a card yesterday using some aqua tints and some of Cece's collage stamps. I think I'm going to really like making those kind cards because no two are alike. And stress reliever as well. That is the thing, isn't it, about using your pens and your pencils. A lot of people talk about it. Great mindfulness and stress relieving as well. Jennifer Bruns on Facebook saying, so glad I popped on this morning. You two are cracking me up. I need a laugh this early. Yeah, do you know what? After a late night last night, being here at an early start, I am kind of glad that I'm with Craig this morning. It keeps me going with all of his wild antics. Yeah, lots of people commenting about this as well. That's gorgeous.
So you can see by laying that colour down, and I did work the colour up and blended it out, so I've gone lighter and gone a bit more heavy-handed. You can go straight in if you want to and just have kind of like a one tone if you want. But then what you can do on this one here, so I'm going to tilt that for you can see. I'm going to bring this one in. And the thing is, Ben, is obviously I know it depends on the stamp that you're using, but because it's the colour that attracts your eye, you don't need to do much. Colour your image in with these pencils, simple matte and layer. That's all that you need to do, you know, because you don't want your eye to be drawn away from that metallic colour that you've used. Very, very simple.
Gorgeous. Some super quick fire questions here because I know we're running out of time. Do you know, Sonia wants to ask off the top of your head, where is that dragonfly stamp from? Do we know that?
Can't remember. I will see if I can find that one out as well.
Okay, and Abs on YouTube, quick question. Do you need the stamping mat under your paper when stamping? I have the glass cutting mat, but was just wondering if you get a better finish.
When it comes to stamping, whatever it is you're stamping, even whatever medium, when you're going to stamp, it's always best if you can't to use our stamping mat. You've got that sponge, so you've got that bit of a protection, get a crisp, clean line. However, it's not essential. You know, obviously, if you can't invest in it at the moment, I know it's not overly expensive, but you can just go straight onto your glass mat. If you can get the sponge mat, it's going to just enhance that bit of stamping image that wee bit more.
Excellent. And Suzanne saying, who is on the camera? Great job, just love it. George is pushing the buttons today. George is on the joystick and the buttons. So there you go, doing a great job. These metallic pencils, there you go. There's the full range for you there. Give those a little bit of a wiggle so you can see all of the colours that you're going to get within that collection. Your light blue, green, purple, silver, gold and rose gold. Then you've got your nickel, your violet, your blue, your mica, your pink and your yellow as well. That's awesome. $6.49 or $7.47, half price deal, a deal that will not hang around. Seriously, you don't see these sort of deals on Spectrum Noir that often, so grab them whilst you can. Quick recap on some of the most popular items on the show and also some other goodies which are coming up later on with Leanne. 7 o'clock we'll be doing the craft vault once again. These metallic markers though, let me tell you, these are flying. Half price deal on these again, everything half price, $5.99 or $8.47 for the precious metals collection on the metallic markers there. Also proving really popular, the colour blend collection. 12 pieces of these soft tints there for $7.49 or $9.97. Then the classiques, again, we'll see these later on, but get them now whilst they're still available, and then you can watch all of the demos and chat coming up later on with Leanne's. $4.99 or $7.47 for those. They're half price. The aqua tints, you're getting the shades of spring. Again, half price deal on all of these Spectrum Noir products, $6.49 or $8.47. And then you've also got, yes, the sparkle pens. These are gorgeous. This is the Nature Trail collection. Normally 25 or 32.95, 12.49 or 16.47. They're popular, and actually one of the most popular items on the show, which is bizarre when you consider, you think everyone might be done with Christmas, but no, it just goes to show that you're not, because you're loving these colours. But actually, pigeon holders at traditional Christmas, you'll use these colours all year round. Absolutely. Christmas, they'll come into their own, but at that sort of price, I'm sure you'll be able to get them in lots of projects right throughout the year. 6.49 or 8.47. Well, there's another hour gone. I don't know where that time went. As we said, the Craft Vault will be back later on, myself and Leanne, at 7 o'clock, featuring items that perhaps we didn't feature on this show, and anything that you want to see in the meantime, you can let us know in the comments and we will try and get those featured later. We're back in an hour's time. What's coming up on Masterclass, Craig?
We've got our aperture diorama set. These are so much fun. We kind of gave you a little peek at them earlier on Wake Up Call with Craig. But what I'm away to do right now, before we come back for that, I'm away to going, well, it's kind of like my dinner, or it's actually my breakfast. It's one or the other. We're going to have brunch. That's what I'm going to do. And we'll see you. It's not going to be very fancy, trust me. It's just a sandwich.
He's going to go and put his feet up. I'll just continue to work hard for the next hour. And I'm a grafter, aren't I? Hey. See you in an hour. Don't miss it. We'll be back for Masterclass. It's going to be amazing. Bye for now.
Bye.